culmination of many things that I love: interior design, customization, DIY, flexibility. And last week I had the opportunity to go along to the St. Ives Tiny Home Carnival and see all the brilliant designs and hear from the people who created them. So of course I took you guys along with me. So first up, I made my way over to Urban Caves.
Hey everyone, I'm Guy from Urban Caves. I hope you enjoy the footage.
The space was simple, made up of a loft bed, toilet, shower, and a small deck. From what I can gather, Urban Caves creates minimally or unfurnished shells, so this is a great option for DIYers who want the ultimate customized design but without the hassle of worrying about the structural elements. Next stop, Rolling Homes, and let's hear from the owners.
Hi, I'm Carla and this is Leon, and we are Rolling Homes Australia, and we built this beautiful wagon, the Archer. We're really proud to be a family owned and run business, and we make everything by hand. They're old world charm with new world luxury.
The cozy bed was the feature of this charming gypsy bow top. Beneath this was a children's bed. The Tiny also included a small kitchen bench with ample seating. The Tiny was oozing personality right down to the hand-painted artwork on the outside. There was no bathroom, making it more suited to occasional traveling rather than permanent living. Next up, I went to L&D Tiny Homes.
Today our cabin features a queen-size bed, underbed storage, loft storage, full-size shower and washing machine. Also, full-size kitchen with gas.
As you just heard, this tiny home had all the mod cons. You enter into the kitchen with the dining and bed to the right and the laundry to the left. L&D team member Danette talked to me about the practicalities of having the bed at ground height for older people, and that's why I think this home would be the most practical for retirees. Now onto Hoslin Tiny Homes. I toured the Grand Sojourner.
So my name's Scott. Me and my wife founded this company, which is Hoslin Tiny Houses. We've experienced tiny house living ourselves personally with the family, and there's a few key things that we've learned along the way, and that's incorporated into our new designs. Our desire is for people to really have a house that they can live in full time or rent out as an investment.
And I could definitely see the thought that had gone into this house. Although on the larger side for a tiny, careful consideration was still put into maximizing the space. The result being areas of privacy and separation, which is rare in a tiny home. For those reasons, I'd say this was best for family living. I then went over to Designer Eco Tiny Homes.
Hey, my name's Grant Amons and I'm the owner of Designer Eco Tiny Homes. It comes with a king-size bed space and downstairs living. It's got a lot of really fun features. I hope you really enjoy what you've seen here today. If you'd like to see any of our tiny homes or come for a workshop tour, make sure you ring us.
In typical tiny home style, you enter onto the kitchen with the bathroom at the end and the sleeping area up a loft. Where it differed was the luxuriously large separate lounge. This tiny home wasn't the largest I saw, but its clever use of windows and layout made it one of the most spacious feeling. Of all the tiny homes, this one I could probably picture myself living here most. Following this, I ventured to the display by Havenwood Tiny Homes.
Hi, my name's Rick Smith from Havenwood Tiny Homes. I wanted to build a home that I would be happy to live in. I wanted to be able to stand up in my upstairs loft area. We've also made our tiny homes 3 metres wide. It gives that little bit extra room.
This tiny entered onto a lounge dining area next to a large U-shaped kitchen. There was a separate bedroom with ensuite on the ground level and additional living space in the loft above. This tiny was most similar to a regular house in layout and would suit someone who likes to cook. For my last stop of the day, I went to check out 2 tiny homes made by Tiny Away, designed to be rented out as short-term accommodation. The first was a cutesy cabin-style tiny featuring extensive wood paneling and fireplace in the living space. It had a typical tiny layout, entering into the living kitchen with bathroom at the rear and a loft sleeping area. This was on the smaller side, even for a tiny, and the dark wood added to that feeling. but this did have a great novelty factor as a short-term let. The second tiny rental had the same classic layout but with a light modern feel. It had huge glass doors, making this tiny ideal for a plot with a view. All of these clever designs inspired me to draw up my own dream tiny. It has a pretty typical layout, but lots of customized furniture to really make the most of the space. For now, my tiny remains just a dream. However, if you were inspired by anything you saw in this video, well then make sure you check out the description for links to all of the designers featured. I also picked up heaps of ideas to incorporate into my room renovation, which I'll be uploading very soon. So if you liked this video and you want to see more creative posts like this, well make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.